Hello and welcome to a Life Afterlife podcast with Deborah Gabby Baker. I am Gabby the medium and I'm here today with Lindsay Liu from TikTok.
Hello.
Lindsay is a paranormal investigator and you're a medium too, aren't you?
Yeah.
So she's just going to fill us in. See, I say everything arseways.
Yeah.
She's just going to fill us in on her beautiful life, where it brought her to, and how she's sitting here in front of me today, which is like mega. Yeah, because you've never done a podcast
Never done anything
before.
like this before, no.
Yeah.
No. It's exciting, though.
It's just a chat.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, you're on TikTok, full of confidence, and it's the same thing.
Yeah. I look like I'm full of confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a mother, you have to have confidence
yeah,
because you have to let on you know what you want to do.
Yeah. All the time.
All the
Even when I haven't got a clue.
Yeah. And then you put the whole, empathy, psychic energy, all that stuff together, and it goes all into one.
Yeah.
And people think you have the answer to everything.
Yeah.
But little do they realise that today we're here to put the record straight
Yeah.
of what it really is like to be a medium, how messed up it can be at times.
Yeah.
And how amazing it can be at times,
Yeah.
So do you want to tell me your story? Because I'd love to hear it.
So I suppose it would have started from when I was young. I always kind of grew up. It's hard to explain. I was never afraid of spirits or paranormal or anything. Like a lot of kids, I'm scared of ghosts, whatever.
Yeah.
I had a knowing, is what I can describe it. I can't remember a huge amount of experiences now. I was told stories about things I used to do and say when I was a child or whatever. But I think kind of as you get older, when you have adults in the background say, no, that's not true.
Yeah. It's like they condition you to be normal.
Yeah.
They're normal.
That's it, yeah. I mean, I remember hearing a story about I was 3. My mum passed away when I was 3. And I went to stay, in the process leading up to her death, I went to stay with an aunt of mine. And the night that she died, I called my aunt and I said, my mum's at the window. You let her in because she was wanting to say goodbye to me. And she said, no, that's not true. She's not there. And then she got a phone call to say she had just passed. So there was obviously some kind of a communication there.
Well, that would be a big, massive reason why you are the empath.
Yeah.
And you are the psychic that you are.
Yeah.
It's because your mammy was living on within you.
Yeah.
Because you never got that goodbye. So she would have stepped into your shoes.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And I think that's why as I grew up, I never remember having a fear of the paranormal, fear of anything. Probably feeling her with me a lot, and that was taking away the fear for me. It was a comfort thing, and I always, as I grew up, wanted to know more. Yeah, wanted to learn more about it. I was fascinated with it,
Yeah,
and I remember going to my dad a few times saying, "Oh, this is happening, that's happening." He's like, "No, I'm telling you, it wasn't true."
You'd be afraid.
Because I think as adults, we try not to scare the children, so their answer was always to say.
And then you were probably triggering him.
Yeah.
Now you're an adult yourself. If you lost your partner and their child was saying, Daddy's saying this, you would want to shut that down because it'd be triggering you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Especially it's funny when we got older, we actually moved up to a house up north of Ireland. We were kind of 14, I think it was 14, 15. And there was definite activity in this house. I seen a little boy. I was sitting on the bed doing my makeup in the mirror. And the bedroom door was behind me. And I could see a little boy just pop his head around. And I remember going to my dad saying, I'm telling you, there's something in this house. Yeah, I did, yeah.
Like,
but at the same time, I was kind of like, oh.
Because even though you can see, when you see and you're not waiting for it or channeling it, fine, show you.
Yeah. But everyone else in the house, my brothers and sisters would have all said, I remember there's radios come on during the night. There was lots of different little things. And
so it was kind of like poltergeist activity.
Yeah. And we go to my dad and say, like, we're seeing things in the house, there's stuff happening. And of course he was like, no, that's not true. But years later, when we grew up, he told us, he said, I know, I seen it all too.
Wow.
But he didn't want to tell us at the time because I suppose there was, 5 kids in the house at the time.
Yeah,
he didn't want to cause hysteria with us all either.
That would be a bit scary for the kids,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He was on the way home from a night out and he pulled up outside the house and the same little boy was peeping out the window at him.
Did you find out the history of the house?
No, I never did. We were so young, I suppose we didn't really look into it then. But he would have been terrified of stuff like that. So I'd say he didn't really want to give it any attention. When we were.
But sometimes it's not even the house; it's the grounds in which the house was built.
Yeah.
you know?
Like, you know, even disturbing the land, if you're renovating a house or anything, you can kind of bring up memories, place memories and stuff on the land, like, so.
But I just say to people, even like, I'll go back to what you're talking about, but like, psychic energy can even happen when you move into a house and you lift the old wooden floor to put a new one down.
Yeah.
Like, that lifts the spirit of a house and anything that was even there on the land before. A lot of people don't realise that as mediums as we are, it's like we can feel, even when a floor is lifted, how the atmosphere changes in a room. Like, it's messed up, isn't it?
And
like,
that's
God love us, like.
I know. Sensitive souls.
A little sensitive.
But that's why I heard that so many times over the years. Then when I went into paranormal investigating, people who would ring us would often be people who had just done a renovation on the house or built the house on the land or whatever, and once that land is disturbed,
it's mega,
you're stirring up all sorts of energy then, like, you know.
We'll have everybody afraid that are buying a house to put one floor down.
Oh, God.
Maybe we could go into business, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Floors are us. Floors and ghosts.
We're in Testaland.
So sorry. Fill us in anyway. So you were in that house.
We were in that house then. That was kind of,
so
I remember.
Your mum and dad had 6 kids, did they, or 5?
No, my mum passed away when I was young, but then my dad had a different partner. Like, that's where we lived up there. So she had kids as well. We eventually left the house and came back to Wexford.
Right.
And kind of, it was a little kind of put to bed, you know. I think being told all the time, no, that's not real. That's not really, kind of forget about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Though I was always still kept my fascination with it, like, you know. I was 23 then when I had my first child, and that's when everything kicked off massively. And I do wonder, is it that's the same age as my mum was when she died? Wow. And my daughter was 3, and I was 3 when she died as well. I wonder, was there something there, like, you know, kind of, that's when it all
absolutely kind of, there would be.
Yeah.
There would be.
So my daughter, she was really young. She kind of started getting really unsettled in her room. Couldn't get her to go to bed. I remember worrying, did she have autism as well? She was constantly going around with her hands over her ears, shouting if I put the washing machine on, loud noises, all this kind of stuff. So there had been other things happen in the house that we were living in. I'd hear footsteps at night time. My friends would come over. They'd all feel the same kind of thing. The lights at the top of the stairs would come on their own. And I remember one night just saying, I need to get someone over to check this out. Like, and the medium who ran the paranormal group that I joined later on, I called him. He was a neighbour of mine. And I said, look, would you mind coming over to the house? Because I think there's something going on here. And the child is really upset. She won't sleep in her room or whatever. So he said, yeah, no bother. And the day before he was coming over, he sent me a name. He said, who's Hannah? I said, I don't know who Hannah is, but the only Hannah I could think of was an old lady that I had taken care of in a nursing home years previous. But I said, I don't even know if she's passed away. So I rang the manager and I explained her the situation. So you're going to think I'm crazy here.
Yeah, you'd be thinking, why is Hannah coming to me and not her own family? Like?
So she actually didn't have a whole lot of family. Okay. And I bonded with her. I did. Well. Yeah, I really bonded with her. And like, you know, I kind of took care of her every day until I left. And the manager said, no, Lindsay, she's actually recently passed. So we came into the house anyway. And he went into my daughter's room. I said, she's in this room. This is why your daughter doesn't want to come in. Now, I had set up a little art table in the corner, kind of to spend time in the room during the day with her. So trying to get her used to the room, whatever. And I had been in the room that day teaching her how to draw pictures of trees on the art table. So when he went on to communicate with Hannah and he asked her, like, you know, can you give me something so she'll know who you are? He was able to describe to me the room that she'd slept in the nursing home. The fact that she had hearing aids. She was always shouting at me because the hearing aids were up too loud. And I think this is where my daughter was always, you know, the loud noises. And then he said, she wants you to know that she seen you drawing the pictures of the trees. So she was lovely. There, yeah. And it was just lovely confirmation to know just who it was. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So after that, then I joined the paranormal group and had lots of adventures after that.
Fill us in. What was your first one you ever done?
Enniscorthy Castle in Wexford. We started actually running public events there. It was, we'd kind of bring sometimes there would be up to 40 members of the public. And we'd have 4 teams. So I used to do the glass divination, and pendulum work and stuff like that. Like, so we had a lot of experience. That kind of became our base. Absolutely lovely place. Okay. Lovely. Yeah. So
what, would you just walk around and see what you feel?
Yeah.
Okay. And would you have like a historian helping, or?
Yeah, we did. We did. I used to do a lot of the research actually on the buildings like beforehand, but we had a technical guy, we had historians, we had kind of someone covering every angle. That. Like, it was fantastic. Fantastic.
And they become kind of like your community, I could
imagine. We were like a little family, like. We really were. And then we got to know so many other people. There were some people who would come to the public events regularly then because they really enjoyed it. And we made loads of friends. Like, it was really lovely.
Kind of like a little psychic society then.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And did you do many paranormal investigations?
Yeah, quite a few. Yeah. The ones I done, they were in Wexford, but the team did do they done Lep Castle and stuff as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't make that one. We done Cannon Fort. Yeah. We done Loftus Hall.
So, what was the worst for you? What was the best and what was the worst?
I think Enniscorthy Castle was definitely the best.
The best.
I love Irish history and stuff anyway, and we learned so much. We met some pretty cool characters there as well. Like, and it was just...
That's where my ancestors are from.
Yeah. That's and I think we were very welcome there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Nobody was ever threatened or afraid or anything.
So the spirits were nice to you.
Very nice to us.
Lovely. Thanks a mil.
You'd meet the odd contrary one, like, do you know what I mean? But in general, it was like our little home place, like, you know.
So it was like, that's okay. You just come on in and show people who we are. Tell them what we're about. Yeah. And you know, some spirits like that. They like to be, you know, honoured.
Recognised.
Yeah, absolutely.
Recognised.
And tell us your worst.
Loftus Hall. Oh,
okay.
That changed everything for me down there.
Was that long ago?
God, Caitlin would have been 3 at the time. So 15 years ago now.
Okay.
But you know, from a child, I remember the first time I was down around that area. It was actually a school tour, and we went up to the Hook Lighthouse is close to Loftus Hall, and we went up to the top of that, and I hated it. I always hated that place. And, you know, family days out, you know, your dad would bring you down for a walk. And I'm like, I don't want to go down there. And I don't know what it was.
But you even feel it when you walk up to the gate.
Yeah.
Now there's a big chunky lock on it, but you'd walk up and you'd feel it even at the gate. Like something was pushing you back.
Yeah. It was always a place that made me feel uncomfortable, like, you know.
Yeah.
And even to this day now, it's I wouldn't go down there, like.
Yeah. Though I remember going to the gate once because my brother has a place in Feathered and the kids wanted to go. And I was like, yeah. So we went to the gate and we were just reading on the wall what time they were open the next day. And I could hear dogs barking. But it was like big black dogs running through. At the time, the grass wasn't really maintained out front. And I could see big black dogs running. But no one else could see these big black dogs. I was like, I am saying nothing because they all think I'm mad at this, you know? But then we went back the next day, and when we went in, it was the chapel that got me. Because I felt like I couldn't breathe in the chapel, and my daughter saw a big white light shooting up and down, but as she was seeing white, I was seeing purple in the exact same place. Because I was like, what are you looking at? She said, what are you looking at? You know? She would have been only about 10 at the time, but so that probably would have been about 13 years ago. But
do you know, I had a lady message me who was seeing the very same, the black dog, after I wrote that video. I put that video up,
Yeah, no, there's loads of them run that ground.
Yeah.
So kind of like remind you of the Omen, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Like evil big black dogs. Yeah, like that. But I don't know if it was the entity showing itself in that manner. Because you know yourself, you'd see them like black snakes or black, you know, lizards or... You know, people don't get that, but that's how we see entities. We see them like...
They present themselves the way they want to present themselves.
And I think they were the entities, excuse me, presenting themselves as big black dogs to me, like, you know, as in it was my guide saying, stay
get out of here.
I should have listened.
That's for sure. Jeez.
So tell us, what happened to you when you went in there 15 years ago?
I was really excited to go there because obviously there's such a huge history of the building, whatever, anyway, like, you know, but I had a sick feeling in my stomach as well, you know. I think we all did really, like, so, you know, you have to kind of use your discernment as well when you're going in somewhere like that, because there's already this planted story kind of in your head where, like...
Was that open to just use as the paranormal team? So it wasn't like a guided tour?
No, we were lucky. We kind of were friendly with the caretaker of the building. So he joined the team, brought us in, whatever. So it was fine. We went around the whole building. We had lots of different experiences. Everybody could feel like a very, very heavy energy in the building. We had a situation where upstairs in one of the bedrooms we were calling out. We were using the K2 meters and things in the voice box, and the wardrobe moved itself. The worst experience for me, I think that the energy was kind of building all night. None of us really felt comfortable. We didn't feel like that we were supposed to be there, like, you know, whatever this was in the building didn't want us there, like. But it had a extreme dislike for women. So myself and a few of the other women, I think there was 3, maybe 4 of us at the time, we went into the ballroom. That's one of the original parts of the building. From the minute we went in there, it was just, this energy was on top of it, like heavy, heavy energy. Like I said, we all felt like we really are not wanted in here, like, you know, on the verge of literally being attacked. Mm-hmm. We started calling out, you know, can tell us who you are or whatever, and we got a bitch back
on the voice box.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
There's actually a video of it on YouTube. You can go on and have a look at it. But we said, "Is that you calling us a bitch?" And I said, "Go, bitch," telling us to get out. And there was a few noises around us, kind of, you know, there was obviously movement around us. And then we asked who it was, and we got Seth. And then we asked again who it was, and it said Satan. Now with that, I felt this gush going past my face. I said, lads, this doesn't feel like we should.
We need to go. Yeah.
Didn't like women at all. As the gush went past my face, I turned around, and like what you were saying, I can't, to this day, I've never seen anything like it. I can't describe it. It was huge, like a big shadow almost, but it was coming for me, and it was almost like it was going to grab me, like, you know, this feeling
like a gnarling wolf, black.
Because
the dogs were kind of like that.
Never experienced anything like that before or since. But I will say, when we went into the room first, it was almost like, you know, if you're standing in the middle of this room now and 3 people come and stand right behind you, you know they're there, you can feel this feeling on top of you, like. We immediately ran out of the building, like we knew that was the end of the night, like, 'cause it had gotten.
Were you sick after?
Very.
And you know, like, we're all about like psychic protection and stuff, but with stuff like that, it's like, is there a lesson to be learned in it?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like your guides would have been there. And I'm telling you, that would have been 20 million times worse had you not have had your Archangel Michael or your guides or your man minding you. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like, do you all hold hands and say a little prayer and then go in?
We did. And, you know, I think when
you think that upset it a bit more? Do you know what I mean? Because you brought a religious factor in.
Absolutely. And that is a big thing about that building as well. There's... Yeah.
Because the chapel, I think it was just there because it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And it was owned by someone else and not Cromwell. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a big thing.
And what struck me about the chapel, and there's actually a room inside in the building as well. It's almost like a walk-in cupboard kind of a thing. But it's full of all the nuns'
Is
materials.
that at the side of the staircase?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. When we went in a guided tour. You weren't allowed there. You could look at the staircase. But I remember walking past the staircase and looking to that side of the staircase, and something was gnarling at me, basically. And I was like, keep going.
Yeah.
You know? So there wasn't like, we didn't get to see what you saw.
Yeah.
We were only kept at the front of the house.
Yeah.
You saw the tapestry room, a bedroom, the chapel, and you were allowed to walk past the staircase.
Yeah.
That was it, like.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot more to building. There's a large wardrobe actually well, not wardrobe, kind of a dresser, if I remember right, because it was 15 years ago as well, so, you know. But there's Arabic carved into the top of it. Very strange language for back then as well. Like, this is one of the original pieces of the building. And we had it translated, and it was something like, I will need the devil on my doomsday. Need Satan on my doomsday.
Wow.
Now, to me, that's like incredibly dark. Like, and where would that have come from even, you know, back then? Like, there's so much about the building that's just really off.
Yeah, really absolutely.
Off. And the fact that all the religious artefacts were just left behind as well. I mean, if you think about it, like nuns
stuff
and
were
stuff.
upside down on the wall, now, weren't they? I didn't know if they were doing that for a show. You know what I mean?
The guy who worked with us, he was caretaker of the building. There's this huge crucifix. Now, you wouldn't lift this thing. It's solid. Like, and he was telling us every night he would come over to check on the building. He was finding it in different parts.
Yeah, be thrown around.
Trying to throw it around, disrespecting it. Like, so as you say about coming into the building and doing your protection prayers at the start, I definitely think that would piss them off.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
but it's so important as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know? So, are you still actively doing the paranormal?
No.
Did that put you off?
It did. You know what, right, I still have a huge amount of belief in it, and I still would practice things myself at home or whatever. I got so unwell after that night that it wasn't actually possible for me to be involved with the paranormal anymore.
Because you had a fear? You see, you can't have a fear and do that.
No, you can't. And I was I became really mentally unwell, like.
Yeah, I tell you what. Really
did. And things, a lot of negative events. I actually had a miscarriage 4 weeks after being in there. You know, I was violently ill. I suffered, I would say, borderline psychosis when I came out of there. So
what you had, obviously a part of that became like an entity stuck to you.
Yeah.
As you got like pain in your shoulder.
Oh, everything. It was horrible. There was no sleep. There was headaches.
Wanting to drink and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it brings you to the lowest that you can go.
A low vibration. You know? Very, very low vibration.
And we were saying that we talked today about psychic protection. And I'm sure now you're like on that.
Yeah. Oh, geez, yeah, I am.
You know, how did you get well again? Was it just lots of therapy, lots of healings?
Yeah, lots of it. I didn't really know what was going on, because I'm going to say, right, I was quite young when I joined, like obviously early 20s, right? And like I said to you, I
would have been very young.
Yeah, and I grew up with no fear of the paranormal, nothing. So I was very naive in the way that I didn't learn about protection.
Yeah.
I just thought this was the way things are, and you know, this is what you do, and I never took it seriously to protect myself, like, you know what I mean? So
and it's so important.
It is definitely
so important.
You know, and how unwell I became afterwards was a huge lesson to me, but it gave me a fright. Yeah, it did.
I had so I'm trying to remember when it was. It was a good few years ago. I wasn't doing readings long, and this medium that I know asked me would I do like a pro bono, a free night, that there'd be a few people and I'd just have to walk the room and read them.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
that's grand, you know. She said it'll be a panel, so there might be about 3 of us. And of course, I would have been nervous. But I had to drive to, I'm trying to remember, that it was the jail, Wicklow Jail.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
We've done one there as well, yeah.
So went in there, and you know the way it's like all the rooms go around and you walk up all the little stairs?
Yeah.
Well, there was probably 100 people, because it was all like theatre style, just all chairs the whole way each side going right back, and that's a big part.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, wow, this is quite daunting, you know? So I got up and I started doing the readings. Now, my sister was with me, because I said to her, something doesn't feel right. And she was like, oh, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
And she would be quite spiritual. So she was sending white light around me as I was walking.
As you were going around,
you know.
Yeah.
And like that, I'd called in Archangel Michael. I had Raphael for healing for anybody that I spoke to. Michael to open up my words psychically. And, you know, just to prevail that blessing onto anyone I talked to.
Yeah.
You know, because I was very much aware that you could, you know, get hurt doing them kind of things. And I hadn't done shows, so I was like a baby to this, you know. So I went in open mind, open heart, and I remember I was probably halfway through doing it, and I was down the back, and this lad, I said to him, "Can you stand up for a second?" As he stood up, it was like the lad grabbed me by the throat, but he didn't. He never moved. Yeah. But to me, it was like he had just went for me and grabbed me by the throat. Yeah. But I was like, oh, and I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
It was like something just pushed me like a force back.
Yeah,
to shut me up.
Get you away, yeah. That's mad, isn't it?
I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I'd say you got a fright there.
Never forget it. And I was unwell after it. When I say I was unwell, I was shaking.
Yeah.
And Sam would have been only a baby. And after I had Sam, I got postnatal depression. And now looking back and listening to you, I'm thinking, was it something to do with that, actually?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a psychic attack.
Yeah, because I wasn't well after it, but it can happen. And like that, I had surrounded myself with light. Yeah. My sister felt like weird for a week or so after. We were just really drained. Yeah. And like that, I think it's so important. Like now when I do shows, I send the white light ahead of me. I make sure that there's a deep cleanse done of the room. You see, I didn't do that. Yeah. I walked in protected, open, honest, give. Yeah. I never thought of surrounding that room with white crystal lights and all like I do now. Yeah. But my God.
It's a learning curve, isn't it? I think as the more experience
so I
you
get
have.
what you're on about. Yeah. And thank God I didn't go down any roads of drugs or drink or anything like that. I think because Sam was so little, but and then my husband is quite grounded, so he'd be like, come on, you be grand, Yeah. But that was scary. So how did you cope after that psychic attack? Was it just like hard? Because what I notice is if you have anything stuck to you, they want to feed off your light, right? So they will keep you away from good friends with good advice. Yeah. They will keep you away from the healers that can heal you. Yeah. No, they do. Yeah. And they set you down a wrong rocky road, I
went down a very bad road. I lost all my friends, good friends.
Of course you did.
I'd struggled with addiction for on and off for years. Yeah. That was the turning point when everything went awfully wrong. Yeah. There was car accidents, there was drug abuse, and looking back on it now and knowing what I know now, that was most definitely the trigger for all of that going forward.
It's not like people might listen to this and think, oh God, she took that spirit that was in Loftus Hall with Homer. That's not how it works. No. It's a tiny little particle of that entity that's stuck to you.
Yeah, it sticks to you. That's it. Yeah, Yeah, and I didn't realise it at the time because, like I was telling you, I just wasn't educated on that either. And it was so normal to me. I remember going back to the medium and I said I was giving up the paranormal work. I just wasn't in a fit state at all. And he said to me, I feel like you've taken something home with you. And I said, yeah, I do, definitely. Everything changed.
And did you at the time think, why me and not all of you?
You see, I don't know. I didn't really.
Oh, you weren't thinking?
No. I didn't. That didn't really cross my mind at the time, but I suppose I just wasn't thinking straight at all at the time. I went to a couple of healers, a lot of therapy, but it took a while. Yeah. I think it took about 6 months before I started.
And the other side to that would be the entity would be sending you to the wrong people.
Yeah.
No, they do.
Yeah.
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 They don't want the best for you. Not authentic, or that kind of thing. Yeah. I would get you into something else. Yeah. Or, Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
I picked up a lot of new friends who weren't the greatest for
That's
me.
What I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they put the wrong people in your path. Yeah. So you've come away from that completely. Yeah. And today, you're an amazing man.
Oh, thank you. I try to be.
Yeah. Your D keeps hitting me in the face. Who gave you that?
Do you know what this is, right? I actually went to get a chain for myself this morning with L on it and I couldn't find L, so my husband and my son are D. So I said that one will
and
do.
So am I.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What should choose now? It suits the moment DGB. Perfectly. Yeah.
That is mad. Yeah, because I'm like, I like her D. Yeah, it's nuts. But I do think that, explaining things to people, like it's as simple as if you feel an energy in your house, it's to call Archangel Michael. He is the main protector. There's another one, Metatron. Yeah. And I find Metatron is really strong, especially around neurodiversity. Yes. And we've so much of it at the moment, So Metatron calms down the central nervous system and he brings like a platinum shield of protection around you. So I do think that maybe he'd be one that you can call, and just putting it out there,
Yeah.
you call archangels 3 times,
Yeah.
and then within 15 seconds they invoke
Yeah.
into your energy field, you know.
Yeah.
But it's as simple as that, you know. And I do
Yeah.
think maybe you just got caught up in the hype and the excitement of getting in there.
Yeah.
And you're
that's it.
20 young and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing,
Yeah.
you know.
And I think it's important to
And
talk
you were
about
safe on
because-
all the other
yeah.
ones, so that gave you a false sense of
Yeah,
security,
false
you know.
sense of security, exactly. And you see it so much now, especially on TikTok. Like, it's almost like there's this new tarot card trend. There's, you know, and I see so many young people getting involved in it. And I'm like, I actually have a few friends who do tarot cards and stuff. And the first thing I'd always say to them is, do you do your protection prayers first? And I had a couple of people going, oh, are they? It's like,
Because, you know, tarot cards hold an entity of their own.
yeah.
And when you open your first deck, it's not your energy on them, it's an entity within that deck.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realise that.
Yeah.
So it's making friends with the entity within that deck, which is a bit scary.
Well, it could be anyone.
Do you know what I mean? So what you need to do is you need to wrap them in silk. Or when you put them back in the box, you give them a little tap to clear the energy, and you always hold them to your heart and you bless them. So it's like, that's another thing. And like that, TikTok trends.
Yeah.
And we're not putting anyone down here.
No, absolutely
I
not.
hope somebody hears this that needs to hear it.
That needs to hear it,
because we might have 100 young ladies or men that are on TikTok trends doing their tarot and just feeling really shit, or going for a weed or going for a smoke or whatever it is that they do, because they feel they need energy, because the energy is being sucked out of them. The other thing is Ouija boards. Like Ouija boards, same thing.
I had my son asking me about them the other day.
They're really scary, you know. And angel boards are the exact same as Ouija boards. It's an energy. You know. Just because they have an angel out on them. You heard the shapeshifters, That's what happened to you. That was that light that went past you, you know. It wasn't light, it was dark. You know, but
I think there's a very deep level of respect that needs to be had for spirit world as well when you're working with spirit, because you don't necessarily know, once you start using tarot cards or doing any of these Ouija boards or anything, what you're doing is you're opening up yourself to any energy that wants to get involved in you. You know what I mean? So that's why it's so important to do your protection beforehand. Like.
But like I use, if I'm doing mediumship and I was to use cards, it would be like angel cards, but they still have energy attached to them. Now they're my energy because they're angel decks, but it's like, you know, you still have to honour them. You still have to clear them between clients and cut your ties with clients and make sure the client is leaving you not drained. You know? Because there's so much to it. Like, and even if, let's say I give a shout out on my TikTok, I'm going to do a deck of cards. Anybody want to ask me a question? And let's say you say, I want to ask you about my love life. And then I'm tapping into your love life. That's an energetic connection. And we're already connected then. And I'm feeding off you and you're feeding off me. And these people are doing this thinking they're doing a really nice thing for somebody, but they're not disconnected.
No. And they don't know what they're taking in themselves when they're doing that. Like, you know what I mean? There's a whole
range. So I do
range.
think that this is a conversation that really needs to be had. You know, I don't want to frighten the shite out of people.
No.
But it is just as simple as, you know, knocking on your deck, calling in for protection of the angels and your higher realm, you know, because we all have angels, archangels, you know, just to protect us. And that whatever is said from these deck or this board or whatever you're using is for the betterment and the higher good of somebody else. You know, and it's as simple as that, you know. And I think we've both learned on different levels of that.
Definitely.
You know. And like that, if you're a little bit low, the entity does send the wrong crowd around you. You know. It really does.
Oh yeah. And so I would always know when I was doing cards and stuff, I'd always just any spirit of good vibration, high vibration.
Absolutely.
That's all.
And
it's
the same way. It's the same with healing practitioners. It's the same with sound therapy. It's anything you're doing. It's so important that you're calling in protection for everybody that's in your space. You know? And then when you're finished, so let's say like once a month I do a grief workshop. And anybody that's there at the end of the day, I would say as I'm clearing up and I'm looking at each person in my aura and I'm cutting ties and I'm giving them back their energy and giving them back. People don't realise I'm doing that. But it's so important to do that. you know, and I'm not taking them all home with me, and that night they're all in my dreams, and we're
and
sitting
that's
in the room
intense
again.
Emotion as well, like, you know, grief, like, you know.
Because that's what happens, like, you know, you'd be sitting, I'd be sleeping that night and I'd be going, oh God, did I not cut me tie? There's a woman still in my aura, I remember her from today, you know, and it would be that she kept thinking of me. You know, and that's it. It's as simple as that. The connection is there just by the vibration of thinking of somebody.
And I even use those tools now, not even in mediumship or paranormal work, but I work in social care, so I'm, you know, I have a lot of people with addiction issues, all sorts of complex issues. Like, and you bring it home with you. You know what I mean? Like, and you need to cut ties with. Energetically, like, you know, when you're going home, because it affects you.
And even nurses, anyone, hairdressers, beauty therapists.
Well, hairdressers, I'd say they hear some stuff.
And I say their poor hands are killing them, you know, because they're touching as well as connecting. Yeah, exactly. It's so important, like, you know, that you're just minding your energy, isn't it? Yeah. You know? Back to the whole medium side of things, do you do readings?
I used to do card readings, but not anymore. No.
You just stopped all that and went into carer role.
Yeah, that's it.
Carer mode.
Carer mode, trying to look after people.
It's mad. So you work for, is it like an organisation?
Yeah, I work for DePaul, Ireland. So it's like homeless
that.
services. I went into addiction services for a while as well. So at the moment it's like a mixture of both, because look at addiction and homelessness goes together, doesn't it? So
it really does. And the other side to that is, you've lived an experience, so it's not like your textbook talking to somebody. You're actually there, you know, empathically sitting with them in that energy, and you're helping them. Which is amazing.
It is. It's very rewarding. It like I said, it can be challenging when you're such an empath as well. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse, because you go home and you're thinking about when you have a big heart, you know, it's tough, like, which is bring you back to where you have to cut your ties, like,
absolutely.
Home, you know,
but it's even like me and you here sitting here today, you know, I'm in the car and I'm saying to Michael, go before me, prepare my way, fill the room with lots of light blue energy, you know, so that our conversation flows. And also then when we're leaving, I'll be cutting ties from you, you know. And even Carl, like, I'll be cutting ties from everybody here. But you have to, you know, because I'm so aware of that energy, and now we've gone into the whole new earth and we're in the 5th dimension. And like, people are being left behind.
Different timelines altogether.
No, they're struggling, like, mentally, you know. And if not, they're struggling, you know, that they're greedy, or, you know, that kind of, that's all old energy, you know. They're not manifesting on the right vibe. But, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
You know, do you still see things and all now?
Yes.
What's your last thing that you had?
Something that just actually... We talk about astral projection a little bit, because it's actually something that I think that's always happened to me. Is
it mainly like right before you go asleep, or are you full blown
But
asleep?
sometimes asleep as well, and funnily enough, it started happening to my younger son, who's neurodivergent as well. Well, I have a lot of conversations around this topic with him. He's really open as well. But I remember things happening, you know, I think I was coming down the stairs, floating down the stairs and stuff as a child, but you hear people talking about that over the years. I never really put any past on it. It was only the last few years that I started learning about astral projection.
Okay.
Didn't know a whole lot about it at all. Yeah. And
so are you studying parapsychology, or?
No, I just read about it.
Yeah.
It interests me, like, you know. But over the last year, I started, I say, sleepwalking a lot, and partner thinks I'm nuts altogether. God love him. I don't know how he puts up with me. He is. He's terrified of all of this stuff. Like, but it's almost like rituals at night time or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I know it sound crazy to people here now, but I get up in the middle of the night and rearrange the furniture into lines. You come down the stairs and I'd have all the kitchen chairs in a line, whatever. So like this stuff.
So you're only autistic in your sleep?
Oh yeah, Jesus, like terrible. But so I was doing all this anyway, and one night then I got up, went into my daughter's room, and I woke her up, and she's like, "Mom, what are you doing?" And I'm just standing there looking at her. She's like, "Go back to bed." And she said, "You were standing on the top of the stairs talking to someone, like." But I went back in. I remember this happening as well, and I remember going back into my room and looking at myself sitting on the side of the bed. It was like I was going back to join my own body.
Yeah.
And that has never happened to me before, like where I was so aware of what was going on.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, absolutely.
and it's something that I want to learn more about, because I haven't really learned a whole lot about it, but it started happening to me a lot now over the last year.
So what you need to do is, when you're going to bed, you need to ground yourself.
Yeah.
You know how to ground yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do that before you get into bed. And like, go 10 minutes of grounding.
Yeah.
You know, even do it on YouTube where you're listening to a grounding technique.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Keep open water away from your bed, because that brings you to spirit.
Yeah.
And then also, when you're falling asleep, just ask that your angel of protection for sleep is keeping you, that you're not astral traveling.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And you'll notice the more you do that, the more it will work.
Yeah.
You know, it will happen less per week. You know, if it's happening twice a week, it might happen once, then it might happen once a month.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I used to struggle big time with that.
Yeah.
I'd close my eyes, be all faces coming at me, but I wouldn't know who they were.
There's some nights I close my eyes now. It's almost like a movie I'm looking at. Like,
yeah, it is.
You would know who we're even looking at.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or like,
sometimes I enjoy it.
I get on the bus a lot.
Yeah.
On the bloody bus. I'm like,
Go
why
travelling.
am I on the bus? Do you know what I mean? Or I'm flying.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, where am
Yeah.
I ground myself before bed. But yeah, when I ground, I find it doesn't happen. You know, I do remember when I was smaller, and one time in particular, I remember lying in my mum's bed. I don't know why I was in her bed, and I was above myself.
Yeah.
But I was I'm in the bed looking at myself above myself, and I'm above myself looking down on the bed at myself. It was like I was going from one to the other. And then I learned how to do that myself.
Yeah.
Mentally. Look at myself in the bed asleep.
Yeah.
I'd be like in my dream going, I'm going to jump out myself now and look down at myself. Like, oh, what a whack job was I at around 6 or 7? Do you know what I mean?
The level of control that you have over your own head while
I
you're
obviously
asleep
had a
is
good
mad.
level of control, and then that all stopped for a while. But yeah, when I was a teenager, then I had a few things. My ma's house was a bit creepy, you know.
Yeah.
I remember getting ready to go Blue Banana. Anybody that's from here would know Blue Banana. And I think it was about 17 or 18. I was 18. Sorry, you're meant to be 18 to get in. And I blow dry my hair, and I just felt that my little sister was sitting on the bed looking at me. She's 9 years younger, so she would have been like swinging her legs looking at me getting ready. And I just felt this big push into my side, and I was thrown out the bedroom. But I never forget, it threw me that quick onto the landing that the socket from the hairdryer came around the corner, smacked me in the head.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was lying there going, am I meant to go out? I haven't even had me pre-drinks. My God, did I need me pre-drinks then?
Yeah, you need it after that
Straight
anyway.
up to be friends, get the study out.
Oh, God.
But yeah, like, it's just mad. It's little things like that. You know, and I'm sure you're like me, that you don't have psychic experience every single day of your life.
Yeah, no.
That it's kind of like you get bits for yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're sitting here looking at me and you can see me aura, because I can see yours, and it's just how we are.
Yeah.
And like, what's fascinating to you and me, you know, what's fascinating to everybody else is kind of like, this is just our everyday life.
Yeah, I think, and that's it. That's what I was saying to you. I got so used to it. Like, do you know that? I just thought that's the way everyone was.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah.
You know, from
the more I'm looking into it, the more I'm hearing that, like, people with the rhesus negative factor in their blood would be quite like us as well.
Yeah.
Little things like that, earth signs, Capricorns, Taurus, Virgos. They're like that.
Yeah.
It's mad.
And neurodivergent people, I hear a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
My son, actually, he came to me the other day. Like, he gets a lot of this sleep thing going on with him as well. Like, and he said,
is it a paralysis?
No, it's more lucid kind of dreaming, where he can control what he's doing in his dreams.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
You know, and
I
like,
have a nice dream tonight.
Yeah. And now he would remind me of me an awful lot when I was younger, where he's like really fascinated with all things supernatural. Like, no, he's never any fear or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like,
how old is he?
He's 12. Real empath as well.
So he's your eldest boy.
Yeah. Very same as me. It kind of scares me a little bit.
Do you have a grandchild as well?
No. Kathy, don't be putting years on me.
I don't know why I thought your daughter had a child.
No, not for a few years. No.
Sorry.
God, hopefully not. Anyway,
isn't that mad?
Yeah. No, that's him.
Because when you're talking about your daughter, in my thoughts, I can see like a little girl sitting beside her.
Go away.
Yeah.
I wonder
Like as if that's her girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So she could be just waiting for her to become her mummy.
Yeah.
Because as you know, they pick
You see,
us. Like,
yeah. Oh, they do.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, a little granddaughter.
Yeah. I know. I honestly
She'd be listening
thought,
to this now going, Mum, will you
yeah,
stop?
she'd be like, Ma, I'm never going to fall. But it's gas, isn't it? That I saw that,
That's
you know?
mad, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Deadly.
mental. But yeah, it's so intrigued, like, with everything that you have to tell us.
Yeah.
You know?
Love. Yeah.
Okay.
I love talking about love.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about love. So many, what's your bed count? I'm only messing. Is that what they call it? What do they call it?
Body count now,
Your
the young
body
ones
count.
call it.
I'm so old.
I
Sorry,
hear
I'm
her
50.
saying that to me. What's the body count? I'm like, Jesus.
We'd be like 3,
Yeah.
4. They'd be like 55. Terrible.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, we talk about love. So when we talk about love, do you find, because you're the knowing, that pals tend to ask you your advice
Yes.
about their partners?
Yes.
Do they ask you to go out your romance deck and stuff?
Yes.
My girls do that.
I get asked, do you know what? All through my life, I have been asked everything. Advice about everything.
Mental.
People are like, we were in the chemist the other day, myself and my sister, and a lady came in talking to me, and she was just, in about 2 seconds, she was broke down crying, telling me her life story. And Kira said to me, Lindsay, why does that always happen to you? Like, so like, you attract people who just want to like tell you everything, like, and it does, like, I think that's just a thing that
You're a natural counsellor.
Yeah.
So I talk about, because I can see colours in aura, and your aura shines a load of this, like, it's kind of like green, but when I'm looking, it's like, you know, the 40 colour greens, is that what they say?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a load of mad colour greens.
Yeah.
Which tells me that
I'm a green freak. I love it.
Yeah,
It's my
I love
favourite
it.
colour.
But you've so many different layers of green. It's not just a green.
Yeah.
I think it's an astral green, maybe something that I've never really seen before.
Yeah. And green's real healing. It's a healing colour.
But I think people feel that off you. And as soon as they're with you, they're feeling that, oh, I can heal with this person.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, please don't. But yeah, it's crazy. But talking back about love and stuff like that, do you find, this is going a bit personal, but
That's okay.
do you find, because you're always giving energy and because you're that empath, that there's only a little bit of emotional capacity left for your lover?
Yes.
It's very hard, isn't it?
Terrible. Oh, he's going to love you when he hears that.
Yeah. And I do feel sorry for my husband, because I do be like, I'm so tired from giving. And especially on days that I've done my work.
Yeah.
Because although it's only readings, I'm actually helping them heal as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Or
it.
I'm clearing their auras, or I feel something stuck in their house and I'm clearing their house. And they might be just having a reading. They don't realise that I'm actually scanning everything about them.
Yeah.
And I go home and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like,
and
can I even
you've
hug
nothing.
them?
It's almost like you have.
And like you
nothing
love them
left.
so much. It's not that. It's just the capacity isn't there.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd find that after days in work, now you could have a particularly tough
But
day,
even
you
with
know.
your job.
Yeah.
It's
It
the
is.
emotional capacity.
You're on high alert, and you're kind of doing putting a lot of yourself out there. Like, and I'd come home and sit down on the couch, and I can't even talk some evenings.
Yeah.
I go quiet, and then he's like, "Are you all right? What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Nothing's wrong with me.
Nothing's
Like,
wrong. I'm just processing the whole day, and my nervous system is
It's
clearing
trying
itself.
to regulate again,
Yeah.
like, you know."
Yeah.
And I do sometimes, because he doesn't get that, like, and then I try to explain to him, I'm like, "Oh, some days it's
But
just."
I think in putting it in layman's terms, it is
Yeah.
that your literal emotional capacity is just
battery
maxed out.
is drained.
It's maxed out, and it's like, I love you, but don't try and hug me right now.
Yeah.
Do you know? So yeah, that's for the husbands.
Yeah.
Have you married him yet?
Yes.
How long are you
I
married?
got married 7 months ago. 8 months ago.
Oh my
now,
God,
nearly.
you're a newlywed.
Yeah. New Year's Eve.
You
we
know
got
that brings a
married.
whole new energy to a home,
Yeah.
to a relationship, to everybody.
Yeah.
Have you been okay?
Yeah. For the first month or two after the wedding, I went,
No, you do, yeah.
oh, wedding
If you're
blues.
anyway an empath, I'll explain that. And it's like, I got that. It's like the biggest anticlimax. And
Oh,
although there's
massive.
a lot to look forward to,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
And I was so go planning.
Yeah.
I'm a great like planner. I love
Yeah.
having something to
A focus.
organise, a focus on. And obviously we had Christmas before the wedding, so it was all in, go into that and then the wedding, and then after it was over, I was like, what am I going to do with myself now?
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
It's crazy. But
Yeah.
the other side to that is, and I've looked into this, like that parapsychology stuff, but apparently if you're a healer in any way, or you've been attuned to types of healing or stuff like that, and then you get married, that there's like a vow that you take, and it's like another attunement almost over you.
Okay.
And if you're anyway not able for that energy, it will affect you, almost like an entity.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that you'll get a little bit low in yourself.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Or your children might get a little bit sick. Or like the energy in the house just a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
Do you get what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So that's why I'm asking you, did that happen for you?
Definitely.
Okay, well, that's normal.
Yeah.
You know, so I think maybe it's a good that we've had this conversation, because what you can do is you can make peace with them vows that you took.
Yeah.
And honour them vows and say, well, I am honouring them vows.
Yeah.
You know?
That's very interesting to me now. Do you know that? I never knew
and
that.
you know what? It's been highlighted to me by one of, like, I used to teach people Reiki a long time ago. And probably a girl who did, same name as you actually, who did Reiki with me about 10 years ago. She got married, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And after she got married, within that first year, it was like she was fine, but her kids weren't feeling well. Relationships were kind of fray, and things just weren't great. And that lull.
Yeah, yeah.
And when she went to her priest who married her, he told her, she said, will you come and do a blessing on the house? Because since we got married, the house is a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
And when he came in, he saw her angel deck and he saw, you know, her crystals. And he apparently lost it with her and told her they were demonic and to get rid of everything and to cut ties with me and everything to do with that.
Yeah, you have those.
And I'm like, I don't even do that anymore, because I actually don't. It's years since I attuned somebody, probably 7 years.
Yeah.
And she had said that to me, and I was like, that's okay, just sell everything, don't throw them out.
Yeah.
They cost you a lot of money. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She was actually making, that was a little side job she had where she was making little gift boxes, and it was like, you know, Palo Santo, a little thing of sage, you know.
Yeah.
And she was doing well, and she had to give it all up because the priest told her to.
Wow.
But it wasn't that. It's just, and it's not for me to say that, because then she thinks I'm just saying that because he's saying that against, you know.
There's a big energy too when you're taking
there
on
is a
marriage,
massive energy
and
to
you're
them
also
vows.
becoming more connected to another person as well. Like,
yeah,
you know
and
what I mean?
you're marrying the church.
Yeah.
So you become 3.
Yeah.
You're not 1 anymore, and he's not 1. You're not 2. You're 3.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And that's an energy in itself.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that is counteracting that, counterbalancing, or it's not the same energy or vibration, there will be a difference.
Imbalance.
Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we talked about that, because that is quite
so
interesting.
am I actually, that is very interesting.
You know, everything is energy at the end of the day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm not against marriage. God, I'm married 26 years.
Oh, fair play. How'd you make that now?
It's very good in bed. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Karen. 30 years together in September. Yeah. But yeah, it's gas. And all the young ones will be looking going, oh, stop, Ma, I'm scarlet.
Ah, no, that's lovely.
Yeah, we're
That's
always
lovely.
winding the kids up though.
We're the same, sure. We're the same. They go mad.
Yeah.
They go mad.
Yeah.
Tara's like, will you stop that? Go away.
Well, look, it was lovely talking to you.
You too.
And I'm
Thank
so,
you very much.
So blessed to have you.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I really
I'd love
appreciate you driving up all the way from Wexford.
Yes.
Where in Wexford do you live?
Wexford town.
Ah.
I'm a townie. Yellow belly. That's what
I
they call
love
it.
pennies up there.
Yeah. I was only in there this morning getting my D.
That sounds so bad.
I know, yeah.
Getting the big D.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Carol. We're very bold.
I know.
So, yeah, thank you.
Thanks
I really,
very
really
much.
appreciate it. So thanks,
Loved
Lindsay.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank all my viewers, and I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, okay, Brendan Byrne. He is the owner of Josh's Place in Ballymount, and it is a gorgeous cafe. Well, it's really a restaurant. So they're a greasy spoon, Okay. They also have, you know, where you walk along, what's that called?
Promenade?
No, where you pick up your bits of food, where they serve it to you. What's
Oh, like, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Carvery.
Carvery,
I'm
that's
so bad
it.
at
Couldn't
this
come
stuff.
to me.
Yeah, Carvery, Greasy Spoon, and Cafe.
Yeah.
And it's so nice, like it's massive. You should
Really?
actually, if you're ever up in Dublin, go.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Ballymount.
always
It's
in
called Josh's Place.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, he kindly sponsored a few of the podcasts for me.
Deadly.
Yeah, very nice of him, you know. So please go in to Brendan, get your lovely coffee, because it's gorgeous coffee. And they also do like protein balls and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
I like
that's
them.
my type of thing.
And he makes really nice
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, so go in there and show your appreciation, because you're getting to listen to us
Yes.
talk about all this weird and wonderful stuff with the paranormal.
They'll go off and they think we're crazy.
No. Everyone knows I'm crazy,
I know,
so that's okay.
That's it.
I'm that crazy lady on the road.
Oh, yeah. I'm the crazy
Are you
lady
the
everywhere I
crazy
go.
lady
Oh,
on the
yeah.
road?
Yeah. Just said she's off again.
Oh, God. So, yeah, I've 2 more podcasts covered, and I just want to put out there, if anybody would like to give me some money so that we could have a few more podcasts. Isn't that right, Carl? And we'll deliver even more and more and more amazing stuff. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next episode, and we're going to be very bold on the next episode. I'm just warning you, okay? And, yeah, thank you very much. If you're triggered in any way by what we talked about, just don't listen. Do you know what I mean? And until the next episode, don't ghost me. Bye. A Life Afterlife podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a legal, medical, or financial professional, but I am your spiritual friend. Any spiritual advice given on this podcast is not a substitute for legal, psychological, medical, or financial advice. Discretion is advised. You, my listener, holds full responsibility for your own spiritual results, growth, and protection at this time. Thank you.